the site, the channel that promotes professional computing with free open source software. And we're helping FOSS users find the answers. Today I would like to talk about desktop launchers. In desktop launchers are easiest made by right mouse clicking right here. And you see down here you get create a launcher. Create a launcher. And we open that up and here it asks us for some information. And we can fill this out and then we will create a clickable desktop launcher that you can click on and it'll bring up your program. Let's find out how to do that. Okay. So to begin with, what you need to do is download a program. And, we could download the newest Firefox. You go to Firefox website and download, click on the download link, and download the newest Firefox if you like. Okay? Once you've done that, you could check out your downloads folder, and there you go. You got Firefox right there. Okay? What are we going to do with that? Well, where should we put it? Well, if we go to the file system on our computer here, we'll see that there is a directory called opt right here, okay? And that's actually the directory where you're going to put Firefox, okay? That directory opt is made for third-party applications. There is another place that you could store things. In user local, but user local is more for scripts and stuff, okay, by the administrator of your operating system. All these scripts here that the administrator would like to write and put in, that's what user local is for. So programs like third-party programs like Firefox, the newest version that's not available through your package manager, you're going to download it and you want to put it in the optional programs. Okay, so let's do that. Let's go ahead and untar this Firefox from our downloads folder and let's put it into the opt folder. Okay, so let's open up a terminal and let's check out our downloads. So we'll say ls okay, and there you go. You see it right here. Okay, so there's Firefox tar bz2, and we'd like to untar that and have it set up a folder in op here. So we could do that by maybe going sudo tar xjf, because J should be for bz2 files, and we're going to tell it it's in downloads. Now notice I put this little tilde ahead of it because the tilde means the home directory. So I'm in the home directory right now, and I'm going to go from the tilde to downloads and then to this tarred file. However, to get it to go into opt, I'll have to use the capital C switch and then put it in opt. Okay, so let's give that a try. We've got to put in our password. And there you go. You see in the opt folder here, it jumped in there. So remember that. Okay, you're going to download it and then unzip it by using the C switch here, and that is -C into opt, and there it goes in there. Okay, and we didn't use the V switch, so we didn't do verbose. You don't see the, but you'd seen it took some time. Okay, so now we have Firefox in the opt folder. Now this is what we can do to create our launcher. Okay, so let's right mouse click and let's say create a launcher. Now if you'll notice inside the opt in Firefox, if we open it up, what file do we need to execute? Okay, and you'll find that the executable is this one here, Firefox. Okay, so basically what we're going to tell it is on the desktop launcher, we're going to say the name of this thing is going to be Firefox. And it's the latest version, so it's 86. Okay, and you can put in a comment if you want. The Firefox latest version. Okay, now the command is going to be opt and then Firefox and then Firefox. Okay, so that's in the opt folder and in the Firefox folder and then the Firefox executable. Okay, now if you'd like to give it an icon, well, we can click icon button here and we can go to all icons and we can write Firefox. And there's your Firefox icons. So let's give it a Firefox icon. Okay, there you go. We don't need to run it in a terminal, so let's create that. Okay, so that's pretty much all there is to it. Here it is here, the Firefox. Let's double click on that. Oh, it wants to mark it as executable. Okay, so we did that. And there is our new Firefox up and running, eh? Okay, let's just check and make sure it's the right one. Go down to Help, About Firefox, and there you go, 8601. Okay, so it's as simple as that. Now, one other thing left to do. You don't want that on your desktop. You'd like to see it in the menu here, wouldn't you? Well, we can do that easily. Let's go ahead and check out desktop. Okay, here you can see is our Firefox desktop file right here. That's the one. So let's go ahead and say sudo move verbosely. Let's move the tilde for desktop. Okay, let's move from the desktop this file, Firefox file. Where are we going to move it to? Well, let's move it to user, share, applications. Okay, let's move it there. And what we're doing here is we're moving it to where all your application desktop files are. User, share, applications. These are all the desktop files, okay? So we're going to move this from here into here. Okay, so we run that and it tells me it moved it. Now, here's the neat thing, okay? Let's go to our menu and let's look at other programs. And there you can see the Firefox 86 with the purple Firefox that we just put in. I already had it in, used a different icon, but okay. So now you click on that, and you'll notice it is gone from the desktop here. No more icon there because we moved it, okay? And we moved it into applications. Now it's in your menu. Okay, so that's as simple as that. That's how you make install a program, a third-party program into the op folder, and create a desktop icon on your desktop. And if you don't want it on your desktop, you move it to the user share application folder and put it into your menu, and then you can call it up from there. Okay, so that is how you create a desktop launcher. It's also how you install a third-party program and into the ops folder. I hope you enjoyed that tutorial. If you liked this tutorial, give it a thumbs up or subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you subscribe to our YouTube channel, you'll get notification of the weekly video that we put out here. And you could subscribe to our Twitter account if you want. That's howtopam at Twitter, where we'd always like to hear from you there. You can, if you have any comments, you can mention them in the comment section of either Twitter or YouTube here. And if you have any video suggestions, please mention those in the comment sections, and we'll see what we can about doing a video tutorial on what it is you want to see. But thank you for watching this video tutorial by howtopam.